Hello YouTube, Dogfoot9 here, and welcome to another episode of the Arsenal Career Mode. And today I've got 3 matches for you. Today I've got one against Man U, one against Southampton, and then one against Liverpool, which for Man U and the Liverpool matches, they are going to be some pretty big matches in this year's season for us, because those two teams are really challenging at the top of the Premier League. But first of all, I'm just looking through some possible strikers I might want to bring in, because ever since the patches come in, I've noticed that like Nicholas Bentner and Oliver Giroud aren't really doing it much anymore, because they haven't got really that pace. They've got that heading, but their shooting and their pace isn't really living up to it. So I might start to change around the squad a bit. I might put a couple of my younger wingers on instead of Podolski, and move Podolski up to like a reserve striker, and maybe put him on the wing sometimes when Royce is playing, because Oliver Giroud and Nicholas Bentner, they don't seem to be really doing it too much at the moment. It seems to be that you have to have someone with good shooting or pace really to be able to have a good striker. I mean, sometimes even pace isn't doing it now, because goalkeepers seem to like fluctuate from form, because sometimes you can score loads of goals past keepers, but other times they just seem to be like brick walls. I mean, I was playing again on Ultimate Team the other day against someone who was using Chesney, and he was absolutely amazing. He had no chemistry styles on him or anything. I think he might have had loyalty or something like that, and he was 79 rated, obviously. He didn't have like any cards on him or anything. And then I came into this into career mode, and Chesney, you know, he was all over the place for me. So I don't know what's the matter with keeps at the moment. It just seems to be changing, chopping and changing. We seem to decide when we want to be good, when we don't want to be good. But anyway, getting into this game against Man U, and you know, I was expecting to be a lot of goals in this game, because Man U, they're obviously a very attacking side, and we'll get through here nearly. They clear it out, and then we'll get a head onto it here, and Royce just whacks it there onto a volley and puts it into a bottom right hand corner for us, which gets us our first goal, and it's in the second half as well. So you know, first half was a bit of a stalemate. I was expecting more goals. Then straight away, near enough, Valencia gets the ball here, crosses it in, well, attempts to anyway, and gets the ball back, and then they cross it in on the first time cross, and Darren Fletcher gets the deflection into the back of the net against Chesney, who parries it into the most stupid place possible. And then Ozil on the edge of the box here puts Maiachi through, and Maiachi goes straight down the wing here and tries to put it in the near post, but Giroud, I brought him on as a substitute, and he heads into the back of the net in the 90th minute, and I was expecting that to be the end of the game. You know, I thought I'd just celebrate and try and, well, just wait for the end of the game. But here, obviously Man U are going to try and score in the 90th minute, and Van Persie gets through on goal here, passes it across, and Chesney goes a totally wrong way. He probably would have got to that ball if he'd have gone the right way, because it was so close to him. And they score in Fergie time, obviously. Well, it's Moyes time now, but in Fergie time, in the 90th minute, both teams score, and that makes it 2-2. So no one really gains anything from that game. I think we're a couple of points adrift of Man U, but I think we might have one game in hand at the moment. I can't remember exactly. But our next game against Southampton, I knew that I would probably have to defend against Ricky Lambert and Osvaldo, because they seem to be playing really well together at the moment in game anyway. And I thought, you know what, I'll put Diaby on just to help out the defence a bit more. And also, you might be able to use that strength to hold up the ball against Southampton, because if they decide to be a bit more physical against us, because we are like not the strongest team, well, not the strongest teams in strength in the world, because we have got quite a few quicker players, and they are quite short as well. We have got rid of Mertesacker, so we haven't really got the tall, like solid defender. We've got Vermaelen and Koscielny, who can both jump really high and stuff like that, and we've also got Jerome Boateng and Static, who are both quite fast and both can head the ball out as well. So I just decided to put Diaby in there, you know, to put a bit of height into the squad. And then I decided, you know what, on the wings I might as well try out some of my pacier younger players like Kelvin and Oxlade-Chamberlain, because those two, they can, if they get the ball and they start to run, they can really do some damage. And also, if I do decide to put someone like Nicholas Bentner on in the second half, if I can get it to Kelvin, then him and Nicholas Bentner might be able to pair up as well, like they did at the start of the season. But anyway, getting into this game against Southampton, and we're just warming up here, obviously, like it says, and we'll get Kelvin there, and I think it might have been Lovren for Southampton, I couldn't quite see. But as you can see, we do have quite a strong bench, not the best, but if I do need to, I can bring on Thomas Rosicky, who gives a bit more experience to the side. But anyway, Giroud here pressuring down on the defence, gets a ball, you know, his strength is alright, he's got a bit of pace going here, he crosses it in, and Ozil gets his head to that. So you know what, if you can get Giroud on the ball, then it is quite good. And for you sometimes it's just trying to keep hold of it, because his dribbling is a bit sluggish. I mean, he's alright with his pace sometimes, but other times he can get totally destroyed. And then here, we'll kick the ball, and Gnabry with a beautiful volley into the far corner there. Thomas Rosicky was going for goal himself, but you know, Gnabry, if he gets that deflection, he's going to put that away. And that was a really good volley from in there, because he was under quite a bit of pressure, because if he'd have let that bounce, he probably would have got away from him. But anyway, here's some international offers for you guys to think about if you want me to take them or not. From Poland, and I think we've one was from South Africa. If you want me to take an international job, obviously tell me. But if you don't, then tell me also, because I might end up taking one, because they do end about, I think it's 14th of January, those two end, so I'll have to see. And as you can see here, we did have a bit of a break. I think it was an international break here, so I was just checking which players I wanted to put on, and I wanted to put out quite a strong team against Liverpool. And Fabianski, sorry, who, because he knocks the ball into random places, as we all know if we watch Arsenal. He wanted to play, so you know what, I decided to put him up against, for his first game, decided to put him against Liverpool, because, you know, if he's going to prove himself, he's got to prove himself against the top clubs, so I'm giving him that chance. And also I'm putting out maybe a couple of inexperienced players, you never know, but the majority of the team is like my experienced ones, like Royce thinks up front for me there, and I've got some really experienced players in the midfield, a bit like Liverpool have with Steven Gerrard, and I've got Ozil up front, who it seems to be really working well with Walcott and Chamberlain on the wing, so I decided to play him, and also those two can cross it into Royce or set up Royce for a shot on goal. But here, Rodriguez, who I think has just signed for Liverpool, I can't remember if he's just signed from in-game, I think he has, we'll get it ball back here, Walsh gets the ball here, and Walcott passed it in, and Ozil through on goal, puts it in at the near post, and that is our first goal of the game, and that's going to be the only goal of the game, unfortunately, guys, there. So that's how the episode's going to end, and that's how the game ended as well. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, also subscribe for more FIFA 14 and Battlefield 4 when it comes out gameplay, and until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.